People may return by chance. People may return for nostalgia. People may return to claim an inheritance. People may return to die. He was a man who returned. He was a man who simply returned. What treasures did he bring back in the hold? What new spices did he find far afield? How many ports did he plunder? How many ships did he board? Did he ravish the daughter of some Portuguese governor? Did he flee from cannibals? He was a man who returned, and the answer was himself. Neither gold nor silver, pearls nor precious wood, his holds were empty. He held the treasure under his arm. Papers, notes, records, the story of how he befriended the wind, the alchemy of the impossible return. He was a man who came back to tell his tale. He was a man who came back, and the journey itself was his cargo. This is what made him a discoverer, not because he was the first to arrive, but rather because his was an adventure to be narrated, one that could be understood, one that could be told. He was a man who came back to prove that it was possible to return. Sings, only the wind sounds. The lookout no longer climbs on high. The moon dwells in the mast. Yet the man continues with his calculations, like a Copernicus of the seas. He was a man who came back with new wisdom to behold. Rats, scurvy, hunger, torn sails, broken masts, dead companions thrown to the seas like sentinels of the voyage. Nothing can turn back. He who has fooled the wind. He was a man who came back to narrate his adventure. He was a man of his times, and that is Urdaneta, pirate of the stars, navigator of the seas, born in these mountains, yet he lived in those mountainous seas, an exceptional giant of the sword, the cross, and science. He was a man of his times, and who made his times progress. He was a man of his times, he who heard tell in these mountains that there across the sea lies America. Not for him the discovery of new worlds, not for him the subjugation of nations, or the conquest of lands for his king. And if this were so, he is recognized neither for his bravery nor his cruelty. He was a man of his times, and that is Urdaneta, an unassuming navigator, a hero returned. He was a man who returned, so that others could venture out.